Okay. So it's just you and I again. So what we're going to do is you're going to do the running record like we normally do. And then I'm going to have you model what it looks like when you do your fluency practice, right? Like normally when I would be reading with Armani. Okay? All right. So you are going to read from our book, Fantastic Bridges, that we read 2 days ago because we had our break. So go ahead and start for me. Come closer to me, baby. There you go. So we can see how awesome you're doing.
Bridges go over land or water. Some bridges are over high, some very high. Some bridges can open up. Many bridges are fantastic. This bridge is fantastic. It's very high, very long. The top of the bridge is a long way from the land below. Most bridges are for cars or trains, but this bridge is for boats. It is filled with water, and boat goes across it and under it. This bridge rolls up. It rolls up to it. Boats go. It rolls down so people can go over it.
Good. I'm going to have you stop right there. So talk to me a little bit about what we just read about. What kind of bridges did you read about?
Long ones and high ones. Long one. A long one that is very high.
Okay.
And the one that could open up and go back down so people could go across, and when it opens so both can go through. Friday, Saturday. When is it, Monday?
Couple of days. Okay. So now that we've done this, I want to point out something right here. Look over here. On this page right here, you said some bridges are are over high. And you went back and said, that doesn't match what I should be saying here, and it should be very high. Excellent job there. You made sure that what you were doing, you were matching what you said with what's actually in the page. Nice job there. And then here on page 8, you also did the same thing. You started chunking out this word so you could figure out that it was trains. So nice job on that. There were no other mistakes. The only thing is when we're talking about the book, what I want you to do is use the book to help you remember stuff, right? Like we did the day before yesterday, where we look at that and say, okay, here's what I read about. Let me go to the next page. Here's what I read about. Okay, so I want you to do that for next time. Okay, so now we're going to model you doing your fluency work, okay? So this is a book we read a long time ago, right? So what you're going to do is you're going to start here. You're going to read the title, the heading of the chapter, which is also something we should be doing over here, right? We missed this part where it said water bridge. We need to be reading that heading. Just tells us what that part's about. So I read the heading, then you're going to read it here. Then you'll go to the next page, read the heading, and then read the words. Then you'll tally. Right here, remember, we tally each time we read it. When you're reading, I want you to try and string a couple of words together, right? So it's not if the waves get too big. Remember, we're putting 2 to 3 words together. So if the waves get too big, get out of the water. See how we did that? I want you to practice that this time, okay? So go ahead, read it. You can read a little bit louder so we can hear you on the video,
okay.
But normally you would read inside of your brain, right? Okay, go ahead.
at the waves. If the waves get too big, get out of the water.
Good.
A big wave can make you go under the water. Get help if you need help. If you need help in the water, put your hand up. You can yell help. Help. People will come to help you.
Oh, remember, we're gonna make our tally mark here. And then you go back and do it again.
Okay.
Come back here to this page that I marked for you.
Someone's in it.
So you just start again. The tally mark goes on the other side. Yeah, you're good.
Look at the waves.
Remember, string words together.
Look at the waves. If the waves are too big, get out of the water. A big wave can make you go under the water. That's what I do not like. Get help if you need help. If you need help in the water, put your hand up. You yell help. People will come to help you.
Tally mark. Do it again.
Look at the waves. If the waves are too big, get out of the water. A big wave can make you go under the water. Get help if you need help. If you need help in the water, put your hand up and you can yell help. People will come to help you.
One more time for me.
Look at the waves. If the waves are too big, get out of the water. A big wave can make you go under the water. Get help if you need help. If you need help in the water, put your hand up. You can yell help. People will come to help.
Good job. All right. Oh, make a tally mark. Okay, nice job. Okay, so we are going to write in our journals today about fantastic bridges. And one thing that we do as good readers is we have our book out in front of us so we can look back in there as we start talking about it, okay? So we read about fantastic bridges. What were the different kinds of bridges that were in there? Don't you dare open that book up. Mhm.
There is Taiwan, and
Let me mention something to you. So here in the beginning, they're up here. These are what we call headings. What are they called? Headings. So this is called the introduction. It's basically just saying, here's what you're going to read about. When you go to page 6 or page 7, a very high bridge. So this is telling you that it's going to tell you about a very high bridge, right? So what kind of bridge did we read about on this page?
A very high bridge.
A very high bridge. And what is it over?
Over grass and bushes and trees.
What do we call that? Bushes, the grass.
Land.
Land, exactly. Find that word for me on page 7. Land. Perfect. Go to the next page. What's the heading of this page? What's the heading?
Water bridges.
Water bridge. So what kind of bridge is this?
A boat bridge that could go under.
A boat bridge. It says water bridge.
Water bridge.
What is that?
Like there's water up here and water down here, so boats can go under or across.
Or over, on top of, right? Okay, go to the next page. What kind of bridge do we read about here?
Rolling bridges. Rolling bridges.
What do they do?
Open up for a boat to go in.
So boats? That's it?
And you can roll down so people could walk across.
Exactly. Okay, go to the next page. What do we read about here?
Bridges.
What's the title, the heading of this page?
Bridges. No. Bridges. Bridges. Tunnel.
So check that word bridges
Uh,
up here on your heading.
Bridge. Tunnel. Bridge,
Good,
tunnel.
not bridges, bridge tunnel. Good. Okay.
There's a tunnel under the water.
Mm-hmm.
It's all the way right there.
So what kind of bridge is this? If this is a bridge book, what kind of bridge is this?
Fantastic.
Well, yes, it is fantastic. So where do the cars go?
Across.
And?
Or
Underneath, right? Yeah, so what do you think why do you think they have this kind of bridge?
So you can go like right here, like to somewhere like, over there,
Uh-huh.
there somewhere.
Yeah. So let me ask you this. Why do we have bridges?
So we could go across water or land.
To go from one side to the other side, right? Okay.
The
So what
most thing I do not like about that tunnel.
What? It's pretty. It looks kind of scary, right?
A big boat could go by it and water could get in
Yeah, you're right.
to the water.
No, thank you. Okay, so we are going to write today about why bridges are important. So why are bridges important? We kind of talked a little bit about it. So what do bridges do?
Open and close.
Okay, how do they, why do we have bridges?
So we can go like to the other side or back.
Does it necessarily have to be water?
No.
So it can get us across from water? From one side of, like, if there's land on either side, I can go across the water. What about land? I can also go across the land, right? So why are bridges important then? Knowing we have a purpose for them, why are they important?
So you know, pretend this is
Let's start with our sentence. Bridges are important because?
Bridges are important because so there's not like a road and you need to go that way because there was no road right here. And
You're
go
on to
back
something.
and you look both ways before you go
Hold on.
on the bridge.
We're getting crazy. I want it in one sentence. Bridges are important because?
Bridges are important because they can help you get to the other side.
Yeah, because they can help you get to the other side of either water.
Water or land.
You got it. So here is your journal today. We're going to open it up to the next clean page for me. And then you get to choose one of your markers. Do you want blue today? You got light blue. We got red. Which one do you want, buddy? Pink. I know you like pink. Just kidding. What do you want? Quick, quick, quick. Oh, there's light green. Light blue. Okay. All right. Are you on the next clean page?
No.
Okay. Next clean page. I'm just going to show you writing here.
There you go.
All right. So remember, this is our practice page. Yep, get a good sniff of that. And then this is our perfect page. Okay, so remember, our prompt is, why are bridges important? So how are we going to start our sentence?
Bridges are important.
You got it. Now, the word bridges is in our book right here. Do you see it? So I want you to take a good look at it. What do you notice about this word?
There is a B.
Sure. What's tricky about this word? Bridges. What's tricky about it?
The S and E makes the S.
As bridges. Yeah, almost like that Z sound. What was tricky for me as a kid is there's a D here in the middle. It's like bridges. Say it with me. Bridges. So I want you to try it on your practice page. I'm going to turn it upside down, and I want you to practice over here writing the word bridges. Thinking back to what we just did, what we just talked about.
Bridges.
Okay, check it.
Nope.
What'd you miss?
An I.
Yeah, do you hear the difference? Not bridges. Bridges. Like igloo, okay? So cover this up, and I want you to write bridges. Cover it up, write bridges. Say it slowly while you write it. Good. Now check it.
No, I do. That's a volunteer position. I need money.
S-S-I.
Nice job. And what I noticed is that you capitalize it. It's the beginning of our sentence. So nice job. Go ahead, cover this up with one hand, and I want you to write it perfectly over here. I'll help you. Say it slowly while you write it. Is good. Okay, so what was the next part in our sentence? Bridges are. You know how to spell R, right? Practice it over here if you need to. Yes, sir. The only thing I'm going to say is squish it together. Squishy squish. I'll cover it for you. R. Say it slowly while you write it. R. What did you do? Let me get the tape. You got all crazy. You're right. It does say that R sound, but this is one of those words we just got to know. How do you spell
That's
R?
a silent E.
Yeah, it's got that weird E at the end. Go ahead and add E to the end. R.
So there's
Good. Read your sentence for me so far.
Bridges are
Important. Let's say the parts to that. Important. Important. Okay. I want you to take this first chunk. What was our word again? Wait. Say the word. Important. Say it. Important. Let's break it apart. Important. Right? What Val says? Yep. What's our chunk that we're trying to spell? What's my next chunk? Import. Nice. And now our last part. Let's do our chunks again. Import. And would go there. Say it slowly, right? Yes. Yes. Look, you just spelled a ginormous word. Look at it. Important. Knuckles. Nice job. So what I want you to do is I want you to cover it up.
Oh.
And I want you to squeeze it in here. You only have this much room, okay? Go ahead. Say it slowly while you write it. Or. Look back at your word if you need to. Hurry, look back at your word if you need to. Pour. I'm trying to look at it in the video. Now start again if you need to. Import. And. You knew it. And good. Read what you have so far.
Bridges are important.
Because, and for sake of time, I'm going to add our word because. Watch as I spell it. Okay, so read our sentence now.
Bridges are important because
They. Remember, we practiced that one. I'm going to try and trick you. You think you got it? Do you need to practice it? Yes, sir. Read it.
bridges are important because they can.
Let's read it again. Bridges are important because they can. What can they do? What do they do?
Bring.
You had said the word help. They can help.
Help.
Okay, I want you to practice the word help over here. Help. 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 Good. Cover that word up, and I want you to write help. Help. Good. Oops. I got some tape for you. You're good. Okay, try it again. Good. Read your sentence now.
Bridges are important because they can help
Who can they help?
you.
Who am I? Who are we? Well, they can help. Well, you're talking about people, right? They can help people.
They can help us.
But who else can they help? They can help people.
They can help us.
People. Who else can they help? Who goes across? Cars. Who else? Boats. Nice job. So we're going to add 3 things in here. Bridges are important because they can help. Who can they help?
Boats.
Okay, we want to write boats first. Okay. Remember, what do you hear first? Wait, before you write it, what do you hear first?
A B.
Oh.
O. The O is his name.
So
Bossy
why is that?
E.
So it's either a bossy E or what's my other rule? Okay, I want you to try it. And think about the way you've seen it in the book. Time out. That's a D. Remember with the B, you do your line first. Yep. Oh. Boat. Okay. Now remember you said that's the bossy E there. Now let's try it with 2 vowels go walking. Okay. Oh. So I want you now to turn to page.
Go to the rest of it and go back.
Okay. Quick. I'm going to pause.